All right, we got the boys back. We're going to draft some Disney villains. Let's start off with Zona.
All right, so I'm going to pick what I think should be number one on everyone's list for the most iconic Disney villain. That's going to be Maleficent.
Ooh. Wow.
What?
I like it. Here, okay, classic,
I'm not mad
don't get me wrong.
Because you can, yeah.
Go ahead, Ant. Speak on it.
I think she's definitely top two. And you could, I'm not mad at you for taking it one overall. Really?
No. I understand if you're drafting otherwise, but I'm saying she is the number one pick, or she should.
I think she's the most iconic.
Number one pick. Iconic wise, exactly.
Yeah. There's only one other character that I think can match her on that level, but
I agree. Which is they're probably my second.
Here's my thing with Maleficent. I think she was in the worst Disney princess movie, which is why I knock her a few. No disrespect to her, because I do think she's the classic, but that movie is like bottom tier. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why I would take some points.
She's kind of the reason why that movie is good. So she
right,
carries that franchise.
She definitely does carry. I'll give her that for sure.
All right, I'm gonna go with a little bit of a different one. I'm gonna go with Shan Yu from Mulan, because that dude was taking over everything.
I like it.
He was on my list.
You know what? He wasn't on mine, but I get it because he like caused chaos in the whole country, right? Which is a lot more than a lot of these are going to be.
Want to know a fun fact?
He was 5 feet in front of you.
You want to know a fun fact about Mulan and about him as well? When he goes and he kills all the soldiers, right? After they just finish singing and then they walk up on all those soldiers, there's no more songs after that scene.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there's
I
no
don't know
more
if you
music
guys
after
noticed that.
because it
There's no more
totally
music.
changes the tone of the movie.
Mm-hmm. There's no more music
After that point, it takes a more dark and ominous tone of the movie, so they don't sing anymore.
That means the beginning of that movie is super heavy with music then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of music.
There's some bangers in Mulan.
No,
Song after
100%.
song. Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the best music soundtracks.
He's also pretty scary as like a villain. Like
oh yeah,
he was animated. He was animated really well.
He was gray.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't fucking. He looked like a zombie, bro. Like you don't fuck that guy.
Yeah.
He was malnourished.
All right. For my first pick in the first round, I'm gonna go with the guy that killed his own brother. I'm gonna go with Scar.
That was the guy I was thinking. Yeah.
That
was not the guy I was thinking of.
Wow.
So
that to me was
opinion.
probably it's obviously my number one because
that
the
would
only
be
guy
my
on the
number
list
one
probably
too.
killed family. Like
Mm-hmm.
he wanted it, and then now with the new Lion King coming out, which I don't like the way Scar looks in the new Lion King because he doesn't look like Scar from the cartoons. I don't know if you guys seen the trailer, but him and Mufasa look exactly the same. Like they're both light skinned. The only difference is he has a scar. No, throughout the whole movie.
Oh, you mean like the actual Lion King
live
movie
action
that they remade? Okay.
Oh, there's a new one coming out. It's called Mufasa.
Another one?
Yeah, that's the one I thought you were talking about. When they're
yeah.
little and they're like kind of, you really can't tell them apart.
No, which I don't like. That's the only part I don't like. But I think Scar is a vicious human being. He wants to be king. He'll do anything for it.
It's not a human being.
I think I like being last because it gives me the freedom to kind of take.
I'm
whatever.
upset right now. A little bit.
I'm not tied to like somebody iconic. The fact that Scar fell to 3 is crazy.
I'm hoping this next guy I have falls, but we'll see.
I'm gonna take a scroll down my list here. I had a shit ton of Disney villains, and I think
I should have went first.
He's so upset there's not gonna be anything left at 8.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
I think I'm gonna go with Ursula.
Okay.
She just,
I like it.
I mean,
Not on my list.
fucking evil,
Just sucking out souls, huh?
taking all the souls. The fact that she had so many was like, damn, man, you mermaids are just as shitty as humans, selling your soul for fucking anything.
I didn't have her on my list either. How
Not
weird.
on my list, yeah.
Because she is technically like
She's not
evil.
as iconic, but she's up there.
No,
she's iconic.
I think she's iconic.
Yeah, honestly, I don't
I
know
didn't
why
say
I missed
she's
her.
not iconic. I said she's not as iconic as like some of the
I
other
think
characters.
she
that
might
you
be
guys
though.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why I missed her. She should have definitely been on my list.
Like I said,
girls.
No, I do, but she's a real villain, first of all. And then second of all, again,
Legit.
like I'm not a big Little Mermaid fan. I think she does kind of carry that movie a little bit. in her own right because she is a lot of that movie.
You know what though? I think I'm gonna agree with you because Ariel herself wasn't really that like.
No,
She didn't
Ariel
really
gets carried
hold
by
interest.
She gets carried by.
She gets carried by the
side
flounder.
characters.
Yeah.
And the crab. What the heck was his name?
Oh, we're gonna get so much shit. What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
You can't name a character more than like a 6-letter name.
Right.
I'm gonna fucking forget it. All right, so with my next pick, I'm gonna go with Shere Khan, the tiger from the Jungle Book. Just a legit, terrible, fucking bad tiger. I guess he's not even a guy, but just a great villain.
It's not a human being. It.
Why does it have to be a human being?
You said it earlier.
Oh, he said it.
You said
no. He corrected me, and I was like, "Why correct me?" I don't like him, but I like what he brings to that movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Omnia side. Dude, this is going terrific for me. I did not think I was going to get my top 2 guys on my list, but if I got Scar at 1, my next pick easily is going to be Jafar.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Yes. Jafar and Scar. You guys let Jafar and Scar fall to me? Y'all crazy.
I think you're out of rhymes after those 2, though.
No, I think I got one more.
Rhymes.
If it gets to me. I think, again, if we're talking about movies, the best Disney villains, they probably can carry a movie. Not to say that Aladdin doesn't have great characters, but Jafar is a lot of that. A lot of good. Besides Robin Williams, right? Let's not take away from the genie, but
True.
Second to the genie, I think it's Jafar.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I didn't take Jafar is because the live action version of him was so lame.
But a lot of these I could have took away the Jungle Book too. The live action was kind of lame.
Honestly, I feel like Shere Khan gets better with the live action version. Like his villainy feels more real. Because I feel like in the cartoon he's a little soft because it's a cartoon and it's like
I get you.
80 years old at this point.
They got to hold back a little bit. I get it.
So I don't know how to say his name because I don't remember. But Froyo from Hunchback of Notre Dame, the Froyo.
Oh yeah, Claude. Yeah.
Frollo, some shit
Claude
like that.
Froyo.
Bro, that dude was scary. Like legitimately
he
scary.
pretty
bro.
was.
He was also an asshole.
I didn't have that guy on my list.
No, you know what I'm talking about though, right?
I had him on my list.
I know the old guy, right? The skinny
yeah,
grandpa.
yeah.
Somebody.
Yeah.
I know exactly who it is. I could see it in my head. I just didn't have that one.
That dude was like
I don't remember that movie.
evil.
I don't remember that movie.
No,
too,
yeah, his
too much.
character was like, he definitely had this weird vibe of like, I don't want no part of that dude. I want no smoke from him.
Yeah.
All right.
Finally back to Ninja.
Second round, right?
Second round.
All right. So
End of the second round.
I'm gonna go ahead and do what I like to do and upset everybody in the podcast by thinking out of the box. And I can't believe this fell to me in the second round, but I'm gonna say Darth Vader.
On the pool of that? Are you
Darth
serious?
Vader as a Disney villain, and I
He's
can't
a
believe
Disney
it fell to
villain,
me in the
technically.
second round. It's insane.
Dude, I have a lot of stuff like that, but you guys kept naming cartoons, so I'm like, I guess I misunderstood.
Sticking
you,
with
so
the vibe.
I'm not gonna say
Somebody's
any of
gonna
those
break
dudes.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to be the one.
I
mean,
still wouldn't pick. I love Star Wars to death, but I'm not picking him over Scar or Jafar.
insane.
Wow.
Insane.
R.I.P. to what's his name? James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I guessing, Joe, if you're gonna be like that. And honestly, was he a villain angel, or did he just do it for love?
He was 100%.
Let's be honest.
Killed his pregnant wife.
He was betrayed.
What's that?
You have done that yourself.
He had the low ground.
Honestly, though, Obi-Wan's speech at the end after he fucking smokes his ass, tears.
The entire scene. I rewatch it all the time.
That whole fight, man. It was just fucking.
I rewatch it all
Best part of the whole series.
Whoa.
Oh, don't tell me there's a better part of the fucking Star Wars series.
Let me tell you something. The pod racing in episode 1. Stop, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
The pod racing?
It's good. It's not better than Obi-Wan fighting Anakin.
Not at all.
Let me see if I
It's
give you
literally
another
the
one.
balance of
Okay.
good and evil.
Okay, what about Obi-Wan and Anakin versus Darth Maul?
It wasn't
That's a
Obi-Wan and Anakin. It was Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh, sorry,
Jedi
Qui-Gon. Sorry, Anakin was a little.
Yeah.
That's part. He was little.
It's the same concept where it's like they're literally fighting over the fate of the Force,
Pun intended.
but it's more like, I don't know. It just doesn't have as much weight to it as
Correct. And the reason
Anakin
it
and
doesn't
Obi-Wan.
is because while Darth Maul is an amazing character, one of my favorites, he doesn't mean anything to us at that time. He is no one.
True,
He's
true,
just
true.
a Sith Lord that has no backstory, no he's not a character
sure.
that's been built, whereas we're seeing obviously the two main characters of the storyline fighting to each other, theoretically to the death. Anakin dies, comes back to life, blah blah blah.
And to that point, for as much shit as the second trilogy gets for not being good, you still root for Anakin throughout all three of those movies. Like, you just get this emotional connection to him where you're like, you want him to still be the good guy at the end of the movies, and he's not. You know what he turns into,
You have a little
because-
hope, and it doesn't come back.
and it
You
just
know what's gonna happen.
crushes you.
Well, the thing is that it's because it's the same argument I use for all good villains, and he is a good villain. At first, he's a good villain because what he's doing and what he's saying makes sense, right? He gets dissed by the council. He doesn't get put on the council, right? They don't recognize him, which is obviously he gets mad. He obviously doesn't want the love of his life to die, so he's figuring out how to keep her alive. Like, all of his reasonings are good and they make sense until they don't, and everything that he's doing is wrong. And that's, to me,
How
what
can-
makes a good villain is the reasoning.
How can you be on the council and not be granted the rank of master?
Exactly.
They subbed him in. They all
Back to the
deserve what they got.
draft.
If Angel says that, if anybody says Thanos, I'm be
It's
fucking
my next
pissed.
pick, baby.
That's what I was
No,
thinking. When you said
please,
Darth Vader, I was like,
Angel,
oh, who's
I
going to be the
know
first one to
you're
say
there.
I
Thanos?
can show
I
you
knew
my
you were
list.
gonna say that.
Top, bro.
I can show you my list.
I knew you were gonna say it.
right. It's
The
Why?
second he
That's what
said
it
Darth
is.
Vader, that was the other name that I thought was like, okay, who's going to be the one to take Thanos now?
100%.
Angie's gonna be
100%.
so upset with you.
Let's
Nope.
weird.
There's so many Disney.
Two of the top four, and since I didn't go first, and you guys started naming cartoons, I didn't say either of them.
You had him. You had Thanos too.
Yeah.
So let's
I
go ahead and
still
get this
classic.
started. So, what is round 3, right?
Start of the third year.
Round 3.
All right, so for the start of the third, I'm going to continue my trend, and I'm going to say probably my favorite villain, and that's going to be Thanos.
Okay. Yes,
Gotta-
Disney
gotta
villain.
do the thing.
Yes, Disney villain. I don't even think he's. I think there's so many more better Marvel / Disney villains. I don't think it should have been Thanos. I think Magneto. You know what I mean? You could have. I don't know. Thanos is the biggest one because that's what they want, but I think Magneto is more, has done more for the.
See,
For
but
the-
now it's the only thing about those characters is like a lot of people are going to refer to the movies to decide on what those characters mean to them,
For sure.
and they lose a lot of depth in Marvel movies because they don't have. I mean, as well as they played out people's storylines, you don't get to see Thanos literally court the entity of death, which is
I
like
get you.
the driving force behind him gaining the Infinity Stones. You don't get to see Magneto. I mean, you do get to see Charles Xavier and Magneto build their relationship from the jump and then fall apart, and then they have this weird, like, I guess, contrasting ideas that drive them apart. But in the comics, it's so much deeper, and it just, I feel like it takes away from the characters to draft them and just base them on movies, I guess.
And even if we don't see Magneto as Disney, because I don't think like all the stuff that happened before, I guess doesn't count as Disney. What if I said like Ultron? Because I think Ultron was also a good villain.
No,
And
so,
you could,
I mean, yes, good villain, but the reason that Thanos is weighted so heavy is the same reason that I chose Darth Vader. He has a good reasoning, and to me, that's what always makes a great villain. Aside from like Joker, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he doesn't really have a reason.
Just pure
he does what
chaos.
he does because he's crazy. Exactly. Whereas Thanos had a reason. He wanted to save Earth. You know, whether it was the right reason or wrong reason, that's a whole different argument. Or not reason, sorry. Whether it was right or wrong, the way he went about fixing that problem, that's where the argument lies.
For sure.
But his reasoning was
No. And I'm the first one on board. I believe everything Thanos had to say. I don't not that I agree with how he wanted to do it, but I do agree on why he did it. right? Because he said there wasn't enough resources for the universe, so let's just get rid of 50% of the universe. So
I can make a whole podcast.
I
on
get it. No, I
Thanos
get it.
being
We
the
can go.
good guy.
we
Thanos
can
was
go
right.
there. Thanos
That's
was
what I'm
right.
gonna say.
Thanos was
the
right,
good guy in those
but
movies.
not the way he wanted to do it. Like I
Especially
can't agree.
in Endgame, the dude's tending to his garden and he gets attacked, bro. This guy's fixing his flowers and he comes and
Dirty.
gets attacked. It's crazy.
Dirty. We need a whole video for that one.
How dare they?
Go ahead, George. Before we go on with this, he's gonna say something. He
Wait, was it
regrets.
George or was it you?
It's George.
I think
George.
yeah.
That's George.
So I went first.
No, I went first. Then
No, Angel
George
went first.
Saw on the net.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I'm gonna not piggyback off Angel's, little curveballs here, but I'm gonna go Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
That dude looked legit as shit. First of all, he was a monster.
Especially for the time, like those
Oh,
graphics
Are
look
we
so
gonna,
good.
Are we gonna take out that movie?
what
do you
movie?
Like, do you guys have anyone else from those movies?
no.
Okay,
I mean, you could say
because I also had Captain Barbosa, who
I
I
was
was
gonna say
thinking
Barbosa.
I
as
was
well.
trying to think. I was like, he was
You
the
could say
best one. Though. I
Barbosa,
think
you could
Barbosa
say,
was the best one.
Barbosa's a little bit better, but he's
Barbosa
right.
wasn't.
Davy Jones looks amazing,
Yeah.
Davy-
especially now.
Because there's a
Even
lot of
now,
villains.
for that time. Yeah.
But Barbosa's a villain, but he's not necessarily evil.
He's like a Deadpool, right? He like rides that fine line,
No,
like
it's because
good
they're
and
all
bad.
villains. They're all pirates.
Right, they're all pirates,
They're
yeah.
technically all villains. There's no good
But the
guy
real
in it.
villain in that story is the
The last one.
little colonel dude with the white hair, the wig. What the heck was his name?
Yeah, the actual army, the soldier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna upset me. I don't remember his name right now.
But yeah, they're all villains because they're pirates. But yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah, that's outside the box. I like that. This is working. This is so great for my draft. I hope you guys know, because I'm about to pick up a third guy who is very similar to my first two. So with my next pick, I'm gonna go Captain Hook. I now have a roster of Scar, Jafar, and Captain Hook, which are my top 3 picks on my list. Those three
Sexist.
dudes are Disney villains. No matter what you say, man, those 3 dudes, classic.
classic.
Oh yeah,
Disney
I think
villains,
those
sure.
are when it comes to the main like male villains. I think you nailed it. For
Why
sure.
you gotta
Captain
bring
Hook-
out this?
Captain Hook?
Why? What does it matter if they're female
Because
or
the
male, man?
villain, you just haven't drafted one. I wanted to point that out, but
And no one has, have you?
I feel like the female villains are more iconic than Disney male villains in a lot of cases. Like Maleficent is
Which
more
I
iconic
drafted.
than Captain Hook and Jafar.
Ursula, who I
Ginger
drafted.
Dragon.
Oh yeah, you did. Good
Yeah,
this one.
Ursula
Alright.
took the cake for
I
don't know,
me
Chris.
after
I
Maleficent.
hear. Hey, I got a long list, and I don't think it's. I think a couple will come back to me. I'll get it back. But let's talk on Captain Hook, who is a classic guy. I think everybody, whether you're 2 or 200, you know this guy. Peter Pan's, a classic movie. So, and this guy, the cartoon's very good,
Yeah, it stood the test of time. That's a good point.
Yeah. For
along
sure.
with Smitty. Love
Smitty
Smitty.
doesn't feel like a bad guy though. He just
No.
feels like
He's confused.
he just
wants to
got
belong.
caught up with the wrong crowd.
He's confused.
Hey, let's also talk. We brought up Robin Williams earlier, and his version of Hook was real good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Man, there's just so many to choose from. It's really hard to narrow it down. But honestly, I'm gonna go with the character that genuinely makes me mad whenever I see them in a movie or a cartoon, and that's the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, I agree.
She is bad, but it's also like I just want to flick your giant head, dude. Like, get out of here.
I agree. I just saw the. I don't know if you because you have little ones, even though I don't have any little girls. Watch the ones about the Disney children of villains, Descendants.
Descendants.
Oh no, I
Yes.
didn't watch that.
So the newest
Bro.
one, and is the daughter of the Queen of Hearts. So that may be something you should look into. Yeah,
It's Rita Ora, isn't it?
yeah. And then Cinderella in that movie is what's her name?
Moesha,
Moesha?
Brandy.
Yeah.
Brandy. Yeah, so it's really good. You should
Yeah.
check that one out.
You should
Yeah,
watch
Queen
it.
of Hearts-
Yeah, they watches all of those nonstop.
Yeah, the first one has Ursula's daughter, and
Yep.
it has
Uma.
Maleficent's daughter.
Yeah.
I just appreciate that my girls don't make me watch these things yet. They're going to eventually, but
What is wrong
I'm
with you?
appreciating the time that I don't have to watch them right now. Because
They're
I'm
great
surrounded by
movies.
kids shit all the time.
No, okay. My wife hates musicals, but she will sit down and watch Descendants with me whenever I ask.
But it's not that I don't like the like I like Disney movies, but also, can I go and watch like an
No.
adult movie for me from time to time? Okay, so
Right.
then with my final pick on the same theme of a character that just pisses you off whenever you see them on the screen, I'm taking Lotso.
Oh, it's on my list.
Lotso.
It's on my list.
What is that one?
Lotso Hugging
Lotso.
Bear.
The
Toy Story.
The pink bear from
Oh,
Toy Story 3.
3?
Toy Story
Yeah.
3, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
There's another one I was thinking of, but
He
we can
almost
do that
murdered
one.
the
I'll say that one
toys,
later.
bro.
Yeah, he literally almost ended the franchise.
Is he the villain or is it Big Baby?
No, he is the villain.
It's easily Lotso.
I'm just kidding.
He was never the same after they kicked us out.
Hey man, but he smells of strawberries.
I don't give a shit how sweet you smell.
I'm just kidding.
You almost killed
divert
Woody
you.
and Buzz, dog. Fuck you.
That's a good one. I like that one. That's a good one. All right. With my final pick, I'm going to take one from Angel. That I don't know if he was going to say it, but I hope he gets pissed at this one. I hope Angie's listening. So with my pick, I'm going to take Uzma.
Ooh, Yzma.
Yzma.
Yzma, sorry. Yzma.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
That was
Sorry,
that
Lever.
was gonna be on my list.
You weren't going to say it?
I was debating. I was debating between that one and another one. So,
Ooh.
well, now I have
Damn,
the
I
other
do
Angel's
this.
sleeping on the couch tonight.
one. What do you mean? She couldn't kill one person. Is she a good villain?
Yeah.
Is she?
I mean, in all fairness, a lot of these villains didn't
Yeah.
kill the person they were aiming to kill. Maleficent didn't kill anybody.
Sir Shiny
Ursula
killed
didn't
millions of
succeed.
people.
Yeah, Darth Vader
True.
didn't even
This is true.
succeed.
Jafar, Captain
Thanos is
Hook.
the only one so far, I think, that or Scar.
Well,
Thanos and
Darth
Scar are the
Vader
only
did
two that
no,
have actually
hey.
succeeded.
Scar didn't,
didn't kill the
succeed
one he
because
wanted.
he didn't become
Thanos-
king.
Thanos also technically didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, second timeline. He got
Oh, I guess
a redo.
Iron Man. Iron Man.
I was gonna
killed
say,
Iron
yeah,
Man.
when you have to go back in time to erase what somebody did, I call that a win.
He also killed Iron Man, so that's.
A small victory.
Now,
I'm gonna just say
Now I'm
Shiny
gonna-
killed millions of people. So,
yeah, there you go. That's one.
so there we
He
go.
had to kill a lot of. He did. He just said it. He killed a lot of people in China.
I'm gonna go with Hades from Hercules.
That's a good
nice.
Also
Great
on my
pick.
list.
I'm just
Great
letting
pick.
it sit there and sit there and sit there.
No,
He's
it's-
I like
entertaining.
that movie. But he's legit.
I blame Matt. And didn't let me pick another guy because Hades was the next one on my list.
He's also
I would have had a clean sweep of these four legends.
he's also.
But I
in
feel like you got-
He's also in Descendants too.
He is.
Yeah.
Is he?
Not as
Yes.
good of a
Yeah.
character, though.
Him and
Don't
oh, yeah,
spoil
because
it.
It's not that
Don't,
important. That's true.
Yeah.
I'll say he hasn't seen it. I don't say nothing.
Not as good of a
Definitely as-
character in those runs, but
no,
Hades
definitely
as the-
Hercules.
as a cartoon.
Hercules, yeah.
Fantastic.
He's good. Oh, you know what? I should have said Meg. That a villain? Meg from
No.
Hercules?
she's not.
She's not a
No,
villain.
she's a slave. She's not a
a-
villain.
This is poor.
She does
Love
bad
interest.
stuff, man. She's mean.
She's again. It'd be like me picking any of the stupid little seaweed-looking things from Ursula's cave. Like, they're not villains. They just sold their soul for something.
This guy.
Went
went
down the
deep with
wrong
that one.
path. Went down the wrong path, man.
They just got
Went
tied
the
up in the wrong crowd.
Wrong crowd.
I think it's Angel. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Last-
with the last pick of the draft, I'm going to go ahead and just keep up with my list and how it's been going. And I'm going to finish up with yet another villain who had the right idea, and I'm going to say Killmonger.
Ooh.
What a,
Hey, Auntie.
What is wrong with your list? You didn't.
Once again,
Why?
because what do you mean? These are
He got robbed of the
villains.
throne, dog.
Hey,
Yeah.
Killmonger couldn't kill the one guy he needed to.
He did. I mean, wait, hold on.
I
We'll
didn't say
cut
he
this
didn't
out,
kill
wait.
anyone.
He won in the end.
Why? He lost in the
Black
end.
Panther died. What do you mean?
This guy, not by his hand.
Yeah, not because of Killmonger.
This guy, man. That's an ugly way to end this draft, Angel. Can we redo that one,
Perfect
please?
job.
Can
Absolutely
we
not.
do another
Terrible.
round? Because he's just gonna pick somebody else that's bad.
Yeah.
I got way more.
There's
You
50
even wanted on my
better.
next pick, bro.
Go ahead. Let's honorable mention.
My,
Let's bring
my
him out.
next pick was Green Goblin.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
actually
please.
a better way to end it, bro.
I think Green
No.
Goblin would have been a better. You picked two from
No.
Marvel. You could have, or two from like the MCU. I think Green Goblin would have been good.
3. You picked
Goblin
3 from the
is
MCU.
Who?
Oh, yeah. Green Goblin, yeah. Because he was
Oh.
in
Okay.
No Way Home.
No Way Home.
It's because I think Spider-Man is supposed to be Sony, so it's like supposed to be separate, but
Yeah.
that's fine
But
line, yeah.
they have a contract to bring him into the MCU.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
bought everything.
All right. If I had another pick, I would go. I had Hopper from Bug's Life.
That's a good one.
That's a villain, man. That's a
Yeah,
villain.
he genuinely, like, the second he comes on screen, you're like, that's the bad guy. That guy's
Yes.
not a good dude.
No, you see, I can see your kids. No, not good. Not him.
That makes you not like bugs.
Just grasshoppers. I root
yeah,
for the
I don't
ladybugs
fuck with
and
grasshoppers.
and the ants.
The ant he roots for you, bro.
I do.
Any honorable
Let's
mentions?
go.
That
I had a bunch still, man. But
Wait,
I think
Did I skip George by the way?
Is it
My bad,
George?
I skipped George.
oh yeah.
You did, but it's
Who
just
would you have,
extra
George?
shit now.
Did you have anybody?
I'd say Cruella DeVille.
I had.
yeah, that was
Cruella.
another one. I had
Kill
it,
dogs.
Slicing up dogs and making
Yeah.
it.
She wanted to.
in Dakotas.
No, she did.
She did.
Not Dalmatians though. Just other ones.
Fair enough.
I'm just kidding. I had Cruella.
Yeah, I had Cruella on my list. I also had one that I feel like I could have easily drafted, but I didn't. Was Ernesto de la Cruz.
I had Ernesto.
Fuck that.
The
bitch.
guy literally
I
killed
didn't
his
even put
best
him on
friend.
there either. Actually,
Ernesto, yeah.
that's a good one.
Do you have another one, Ant?
I also had Syndrome from The Incredibles.
Yep, have
Yep.
that as my sleeper.
I had Syndrome too.
Which,
but
yeah.
again, I couldn't pick another guy because over here with Ant,
I mean, you could have. I would have just.
if
made
it
fun
would
of
have if it would have went back to me, I would have picked Gaston.
you. Gaston's another one. We
Gaston.
actually, I have a funny story. Well, not a funny story, but I have a story about him because we just went to Disneyland, and he was walking by and he was signing stuff for kids and taking pictures and stuff. And Aubrey and Aaliyah didn't get his signature or a picture because he decided to take a picture with this older lady that was like chatting him up. And they stood there and waited, and Des was pissed because he would not take a picture or sign anything for them. So she just walked away and said, "Fuck Gaston." And I was like, "Yeah, that's
So now to everybody
So he
in your
literally
family,
is a bad
he really
guy.
is a villain.
yeah, he's the actual bad guy of Disneyland."
Not just in the movie, but in real life.
The whole trip, every like 10 minutes, for no reason, Des would just be like, "Man, fuck that guy."
What's the point? George, did you have another one?
Nothing else from me.
No
Also,
way, man.
You can't tell people, hey, let us know what we missed if you name every single other villain. You just keep going down the list. Of
You'd be
people.
surprised, bro. There's a shit ton of.
I
And
still have
Angel
a
just
lot.
opened up a can of worms by dipping into the MCU.
And they're gonna get mad anyways. They're gonna be, what are you? You didn't name this person.
Yeah,
Oh, who'd you have?
somebody's
Angel?
gonna be like,
My last one would have been Dr. Facilier or whatever from
Facilier,
Princess and
yeah.
the Frog. Princess and
yeah,
the
the
Frog.
guy with the top hat,
Yep.
the voodoo guy.
That was your last
he's
one on your list?
also in Descendants.
Correct.
Ooh.
I'm telling you.
I don't even have to watch the movie now. I know everybody that's in it.
No,
I don't know. There's
more
plenty.
than that, bro. Yeah.
Mulan's daughter's in it. Boom,
We
that's
didn't
one
even
more.
name. We didn't even name the four. Besides
Boom,
Maleficent,
roasted.
the four fucking main characters.
Yeah,
parents.
George said Cruella. I said Gaston.
No.
Oh, the four
I'm
main?
saying we didn't tell Aunt. Now you told Aunt.
Oh, sorry. No, but there's like 50 in that movie, dude.
No, I know. I'm just saying we hadn't even touched the original four.
That's true.
The main four, I should say.
All right, you guys. Thanks for joining, watching the video. Let us know what we missed and what should we draft next.